Last weekend, over 2 million people worldwide took to the streets to march against Monsanto. Organizers reported that demonstrations were held in 436 cities across 52 countries. Here in the U.S., the most recent outrage has come from the passing of the Monsanto Protection Act by Congress, which gives the corporation immunity from courts that could restrict the sale of GMO products. Also, individual states have been trying to pass legislation requiring GMO foods to be labeled. However, these efforts have failed against the massive influence and financial pull that biochemical giants like Monsanto have over lawmakers. So much pull, in fact, that the FDA, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, doesn't even require independent testing of these products. Unfortunately, this issue remains largely off the radar for the average American. Around the world, however, there's a growing force saying no to U.S.-produced GMO foods. And it's not just to protest their potentially adverse health effects. See, Monsanto also holds patent rights to several crop seeds, which has proven devastating for the self-sufficiency and financial security of farmers around the world. And just recently, a new concern has been raised. An Oregon farmer just found genetically modified wheat that had never been sold for commercial use mysteriously growing on his land. The crop was found to be a GM strain previously tested by Monsanto, but never approved. Shortly after these findings, Japan's farm ministry canceled the import of some 25,000 tons of wheat originating from the U.S. The news also prompted European leaders to call for testing of U.S. wheat, looking for signs of the GM strain, recommending that if the strain is indeed found, that the wheat not be sold among the member states. Wow, it really seems like everywhere else in the entire world, governments are taking precautionary measures against GM foods very seriously. In fact, some countries are going as far as destroying GM crops altogether, like in the case of Hungary, which reportedly torched over 1,200 acres of GM corn just this week. But Hungary's not alone on this. GMOs have been outright banned in a number of countries, the latest being Peru, which is the very first nation in the Americas to introduce a 10-year ban on GE foods. All right, guys, 2 million people showed up last week to say no to GMOs. Communities everywhere are banding together to fight back. So, what's stopping you?